Oh, wow, that hurt. As you guys may be aware, I rebuild these 5-cylinder engines in my garage, and this is a plate that I designed to use an engine stand sideways. Because when I do like my balance shaft deletes and working on this motor, I want to be able to kind of roll this guy around this direction, because I can't get to the flex plate bolts and the balance shaft delete bushings and bearings and whatnot. So I think this is going to help me with rebuilding these motors for you guys. And another thing that's going to help me rebuild these motors for you guys is an engine crane that I can put in the back of my truck. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. In this video, we're going to make my engine hoist a little bit better to use for my use case. We're going to add some brakes to it. We're going to add some lights to it. And most importantly for me, getting these 5-cylinder motors out of storage and back here to the house is making this engine crane fit in my receiver hitch of my Canyon. One of the things that I really wanted to have on this engine crane was brakes. As you guys saw, my driveway is a little bit slanted, and I bought a whole bunch of these to put on my engine stands and the engine crane so that it doesn't roll down the driveway with one of your motors attached to it. In the video here, we're going to be installing these guys in just a little bit. The pièce de résistance, how do you say that? You guys have to go in the comments and tell me how to say it. Pièce de la résistance. Is it French or Spanish?
I think it's French.
Is it French? Well, this is the key to helping me get the truck to attach to the cherry picker. This tube will get welded into the cherry picker, and this guy right here will go inside of it, and we'll need to drill a hole and all the things to make it better. Now, this air over hydraulic ram was on the crane, and we miss it. We've moved one of these motors a couple times to ship one out to one of you guys this last week, and I don't like hand cranking it. So we got an air over hydraulic to put on there. I've got a compressor in the truck. We thought about throwing a tank on there as kind of a funny mod to throw into this video, and we got one pump out of it. It literally lifted the motor once, and that was all the air that was in the tank, even though it's like a 3-gallon tank. I wanted to put a big light bar and 12-volt system and all the things, but for $4, I think this is going to be more than sufficient. It's got magnets all over the place, and a couple batteries. You can have it recharge and whatnot, and you can angle it however you want to pull a motor out or pull a motor up and on to the crane with these guys, and that's just a cheap little easy mod you can do as well. Step 1 is buying all the mods that you want to do to your engine hoist, and step 2 is tearing it apart for welding. I only need this plate off of here, so we're taking these bolts out. All rusty crusty, and I'm going to pull the other 2 bolts out. We're just going to leave this entire thing assembled while we work on this guy. But you guys can see I'm kind of, every time I move this thing, it's driving down my driveway here. So zip ties, yeah, zip ties are freaking, oh, wow, that hurt. Alright, this next part is a 2-person operation. I just found out the hard way, so pardon me while I regain my consciousness. Stay.
At least we
need some brakes in this dang thing.
We're proficient at catching things at this point.
We're getting really good at catching it. At least it'll go under the truck instead of damage it. I'm a little bit concerned about welding this just to the bottom. Even though you'd have 4 sides of weld on all of this, I'm a little concerned about this either tearing off this way or tearing off this way, depending on the weight and whatnot going down the road. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually cut down through this. We're going to leave this top layer and then we'll actually drill a vertical hole through this so that I can drop a single center pin through the bar and this guy here to guarantee that this is not going to come off of the truck or obviously come out of the receiver here. Plus I'll have a nice 4-way weld there, as well as a nice big solid weld all the way around, multiple different axes for this so that it won't ever tear out of the tube. It's hot.
He still touched it.
Hey, you know what? People don't watch this for how smart I am, considering I almost blew up a 7-inch disc. Dropped an engine crane on my head today so far. See, we're doing pretty good. So now I just gotta cut this guy to length. I'll clear the weld, and I'll put my pin right in the middle of all this. Now, while we're letting this horrible welding cool off, we're going to take this opportunity to put these new casters on here. Now, these are a little bit of a funky size, but these casters that I found on Amazon are actually just a touch shorter, and what we found with this unit is it was actually kind of like camming over, and it was kind of sitting teeter-tottering on these two front wheels when you would put a load on it. So we're going to put the brakes on the middle wheels and make them just a touch lower. That way they're kind of hopefully going to bear weight on all 6 wheels, but because the pattern's kind of funky, we need to hog out the holes here to match. You suck at doing donuts. We've officially given up on air ratcheting or air die grinding these things in place, so we're just gonna tack weld them in there, and if we have to replace them someday, we'll just cut the tack welds off. But you know, it is what it is. So I still need to drill a 5/8 hole through there, but I just marked the center of it, and now I'm going to take a little bit smaller drill bit and find the center punch basically that I just made, and we'll blow through it, and then we can drill through the other side with the 5/8. Well, we don't have it fully put back together yet, but you got it like this. Even if one wheel's not quite on the ground because it's not a tripod, it still stops. Let it roll back down the hill. Bam. Love it. Get our hardware on here before we knock ourselves out again. Oh, that was just you.
Depending on how bad it hurt you, it just hurt my wallet.
Ouch. Dude, I love the fact this isn't like driving down my driveway right now. Love it. We got this 1 7/8 adapter, and I figured because of all the metal and overlappage that this has, it'll probably be just fine to pin in here, and then we'll be able to mark this where we want it to fit, and we can drill a hole through this section and still have a whole bunch of metal supporting it to hold this up. Plus we're going to have ratchet straps, guide wires back to the toe points in the bed, just to help the top heaviness of it and help distribute the load a little bit. But that was super cheap, that tube was super cheap, and so are the 5/8 pins that we need to make this happen. So long as our hole is somewhere in this region, we'll be fine. Yeah. So right up against it. So we'll just miss or just catch just the edge of it, just barely, but nice, you know, quarter-inch wall, should be fine. With the straps on there, it's not too tippy at all. What do you think?
It's not moving.
No, we lifted it way, way, way up. I mean, it's on there now. It'll definitely need an air tank. I mean, it's doing it. your focal like it's barely doing it, but I don't know. I guess we got to find out now. We got to grab the 6, the 4.2 that's supposed to be for the shop truck. Let's get that on the hook and see if the compressor will lift it, first of all. So this is my 4.2 liter Atlas engine. Literally came out of a Trailblazer, and it's going to go into my shop truck at some point. For now, I need shop space because I have 2 motors, 2 5-cylinder motors to rebuild this next month, and well, one's sitting here and one's in storage that we need to tear down. It's slow. I mean, it's doing it. Sure beats having to hand pump it. We had my air tank, truck's running, compressor's running. Now the tank should be able to move that a lot better. Look at that. That's freaking money.
Maybe we have to add the air tank.
Maybe the air tank wasn't a dumb idea after all.
It's going faster.
Yeah, big time. That's awesome. Well, we got to get this onto the back of Justin's taco so that we can run this over to storage. Now, theoretically, I guess we could we could do this and run it over to storage like this, but I don't know that I trust myself nor any other drivers on the road. Plus, I don't want to pay the ticket that I'd probably get by doing so. And we gotta go get lunch, so this would be kind of weird to drive through the drive-thru with this thing, but we'll get this thing kind of strapped up here and then moved across the street to Justin's Tacoma. Good. See, we started this thinking the tank was going to be dumb. You got a compressor, that tank's freaking money.
Just give it a little bit of pace.
Yeah.
Truck's coming up a lot before that goes down.
Wow. There we go. 5 banger back at the casa. We have only one of these plates, so we'll have to maybe just work on one at a time, or maybe I'll just go get another one. Well, the last modification is just the lights. Sorry I strung you guys along on that one, but putting little magnetic lights in this thing could help you in a situation where it's dark or you need more light where you're pulling or lifting a motor from. But yeah, $3.99, pretty good. 5 cylinders home. Other one's getting ready to be rebuilt. We got, like I said, 2 to do this month, and needed to have a little better way of retrieving these motors from storage and getting them in here on the stand, back and forth between the vehicles. And this was about the best way that I can come up with without completely engineering a full-blown crane of some sorts. Plus, with the way that we did this, we've made this guy a little bit stronger, and because we made that receiver really tight to the back of the crane, we're not ruining any sort of footprint that this thing had. So I think with the legs and this and all the things that we got to do with it here pretty soon, this is a really great set of modifications. And if you guys have any questions for me as to how we did something, or maybe I didn't video something quite as as well as I probably should have, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'd love to give you guys an answer there. Also, if you have any other product or video ideas, shoot me a DM or shoot me a comment below, and I would love to make a video product just for you. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.